be going to do it again. But before beginning with the second chapter, I would like to discuss the first chapter of NCERT, that is food and where does it come from. Just because both the chapters are interlinked, so let's start. As you all know, what are ingredients? We have done it plenty of time that ingredients are the materials which are combined in a different proportion to form a particular dish, to make a particular dish. Like for example, chole. I know most of you like it. So chole, and there are chickpeas. The ingredients of chole are chickpeas, onion, tomatoes, and different spices. Okay. Similarly, this chapter also contains the type of nutrition organisms have, that is autotrophs or heterotrophs, which who prepare their food on their own. For example, trees, they do not depend on any other organism for their food. They depend on sunlight, water. They should get these things and they will prepare their food. That is a starch, a carbohydrate which is required for it to carry on with the functioning, for producing oxygen that we inhale, that we breathe. Okay. And heterotrophs are the organisms which are completely dependent on other organisms for their food. For example, us human beings, we are dependent on plant and animals. Similarly, animals, they are also dependent on either plants or other animals for their food. So autotrophs and heterotrophs, and on the basis of these heterotrophic nutrition, we have different bifurcation on their food habits, that is carnivore, omnivore, and herbivore. So carnivores are the organisms who consume flesh, for example tiger, lion, fox. Similarly, herbivores are organisms who completely depend on plant. They eat green things, cow, deer. Okay. And omnivores are the mixture. They consume flesh of another organism and plants also. For example, human being, dog, cat, bear. Have you ever wondered why we need food? What is the need to eat food? It's just because food provides us energy to do our basic functions. Okay, to keep our body moving, to keep us working, to survive in the environment. And we get different type of nutrients from the food we eat. Now, what is nutrient or what are nutrients? Nutrients are certain components that are needed by our body for its proper functioning, for its proper growth. Nutrients are the components that are required by our body for its proper functioning. Okay, our body organs do different kind of function. We know this thing, that our hands, they help us in ride to pick up the things. Similarly, our legs help us in walking. Our heart pumps the blood to our body. Our lungs help us to inhale and exhale. So different body organ do different kind of function, and they require a different amount of nutrient, a different nutrient for each function. Okay, so nutrients are the components which are required by the body for its proper functioning. And taking in of these nutrition through food, taking in of these nutrients in the form of a food is called nutrition. Okay, nutrients, nutrition. Nutrients are taken in the form of a food, and this process is known as nutrition. Okay, so nutrients are of six types: carbohydrate, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fibers. Okay, now just imagine that on one side of a table you have pizza, burger, chips, and all the junk foods that you like, and on the other hand there is a homemade food which contains dal, chapati, rice, and vegetables. So which one would you prefer as your diet? And how can you say that which one is healthier for you? It's very simple. The food that is prepared at home, which contains dal, chapati, rice, and curries, that is much more beneficial for you as compared to the food which is kept on the other side of the table, that contains the junk food, that is pizza, burger, chips, and everything. See, all the food contain different kind of nutrients, but you have to make sure that which nutrient is the most required in your body. You must the junk food that are pizza, burger, chips, cold drink, cake, all these contain fat. Yeah, fats are also a nutrient. They are also required by our body, but in a very limited amount. as compared to the food which is kept on the other side, which is having dal, chapati, rice, which contain carbohydrate, protein, minerals, and that are more needed for your body as compared to the fat contained food. Fat, carbohydrate, protein, minerals, vitamins, water, fiber, all these are very necessary to our body, but there has to be a limit of every component in our food. Yes, we need every component in a limited and in required amount only. If we consume excess of fat, then we may get obesity, we may get fat, very fat, like a ball. Okay, and similarly the foods which contain carbohydrate, proteins, they help in the building of our body. They give us energy, they help in building of our body, they help in the growth of our body, they help in the repair work of our body. All these things are done by the components of our food, the nutrients that we eat. If we take all the nutrients in right amount, then we are healthier. But if we take every nutrients in different form, for example, if you are taking excess of fats as in the fat containing food, oil, butter, ghee, chips, potatoes, burgers, overweighting is not good for your body, because overweight can make you lazy, every time tired, and plus it may cause you different kind of health problems. Let's talk about the very first component of nutrient, that is carbohydrate, which is also known as the energy giving food. They provide us energy as in energy to do work, energy to walk, energy to talk, energy to draw anything, energy to pull anything, energy to push anything. Everything requires an energy, and this energy is provided by the energy giving food which contain carbohydrates. And these foods are starch in the form of present in potatoes, and sugar that we eat from that we get from fruit. That is natural sugar, which is not harmful for our health. It is a natural sugar and provides us energy. Imagine that you are feeling very drowsy in summers. Drowsy means very tired. You came back from the school and you are like, Mom, I'm having a headache and I'm very tired. I'm feeling tired, very tired. So what you will do? What your mama gives you? Water, or maybe a glucose. So what does this glucose has that helps you in gaining energy? It eventually has the amount of sugar that is required by your body to maintain the energy level, to gain that energy level again. Okay, so it means that carbohydrates are the energy giving foods. They give us energy to our body. Rice, potatoes, sugars, fruit sugar, especially fruit sugar, that is glucose and fructose. Fructose is a natural fruit sugar which is present in the fruits. Okay, all these things are the form of carbohydrate that we gain from our food. There is a very simple test of a carbohydrate, that is, take a potato, cut it into a slice, okay, and then put 2 or 3 drops of iodine on it. You will observe that the slice of a potato changes its color from a light to a dark blue color. This indicates the presence of starch. Starch is a natural carbohydrate present in a potato. It's a natural form. It's nothing added in the potato, just a raw potato, and the whitish part that you observe is a starch. It's a food that is prepared by a plant by the process of photosynthesis. As we know that plant is an autotroph, it prepares its own food and that food is consumed by us. So that's it for the day. Let's recapitulate what we have done today. We have discussed about nutrients. They are the components which are required by our body to do the functioning. Okay, there are 6 different types of nutrients: carbohydrate, fat, proteins, vitamins, fibers. Okay, they help our body to maintain the functional structure of. They are required by the body for its proper functioning and maintenance, that is growth, repair. Okay, carbohydrates are the energy giving food. They give us energy to do work, to keep on going, to do our daily work, whatever we do, to follow our schedule, going school, coming back, doing homework, attending classes, writing, dancing, talking, everything, the energy that is required by our body to maintain the outside function, do the things, to continue with the things that we do, to follow our daily schedule. So carbohydrates are the energy giving food. Their function is to give us energy. They are found in, as I told you, starch that is present in rice, potato, and in the form of a plant sugar, that is fruits that we eat. They have their natural sweetness. You don't add sugar in them, so it's a natural sweetness, that is glucose and fructose. So fructose is basically a fruit sugar. Okay, and the sugar you eat, the table sugar that you have, also is a form of a carbohydrate only, that is found in the rice, potatoes, bread, etc. Okay, that's it for the day.